Here's a factory hx35, and here's our Fleece Cheetah 63mm turbo side by side for comparison. Which one of these is actually better? So let's break it down. This is the 63mm Fleece Cheetah turbo. There it is. It's going to come with a new koozie, new gaskets. This is for a hx40 style downpipe and some paper. This is with the factory turbo. This is how she operates. 65 miles an hour, 10 pounds of boost. I can wrap that gauge all the way around if I wanted to. EGTs are in check. We're going up a small hill. We're in 6th gear. And even getting on it some, very, very little smoke. So let's pull this stock one off. We're gonna start with 11mm here to get this band off. There's a 3/4 here, and this is a 7/8. This is the turbo feed line. We're gonna pull this off, just like that. Millimeters, there's gonna be 4 of these on the. Pull these 4 bolts out, your exhaust is just gonna. You're gonna have 2 10mm on the bottom side of the turbo. That's for your oil return. And just falls down. And the last step is the 4 15mm bolts that hold the turbo off. Got it off. There it is, old turbo. If you have all the tools in front of you, this can be done in about 15 minutes. It's not hard to do. Wow, it's a nice unibrow. It's just, it's not even time consuming. This is probably the easiest turbo in the world to pull. Now that the Fleece Cheetah has been installed in the 2nd gen, we're gonna do a quick review. 60 miles an hour, 9 pounds of boost, 6th gear, going uphill, 1300 degrees, 1400 degrees, and climbing, and we're still at 60. Absolute trash. That should not be that high. I shouldn't have to let off the throttle every few seconds. We got the same load basically, 7,000 pound trailer, 6,000 pound Kubota tractor. First through 5th gear are extremely smoky. I have to have my programmer turned off just to make this thing barely pull. If I get on it at all, what, 11 pounds of boost is all I get out of it. And my EGTs instantly max out. Originally when I put it on, they're like, hey, you have to have a minimum of 100 horse injectors to make this thing work, because I had the same issue. And on their website, it says drop-in turbo. So I shouldn't have to buy injectors to make a turbo work. And then when I called back and talked to them, wait, what kind of program are you running? Like, I run an Edge comp box. It works great with my HX. Like, oh, well, you have to buy a Quadzilla or have some better tunes than that to make it work. Like, that is not a drop-in turbo. If I have to spend $500 on injectors and $800 on a programmer just to make your turbo work, that's not drop-in. This turbo is absolute garbage. We're at 1500 degrees again, and we're going downhill in 5th gear. There it goes to 6. I'm tired of it. This thing is absolute garbage. Wouldn't recommend it to anybody. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna have a long day today because I can't go over 60. As soon as I get home, my factory HX is going right back on this truck. Look, we're back with the 2nd gen. Am I happy with the Fleece Cheetah? Let's pull it off right now. Intake comes off with a flathead screwdriver, a few turns. Put that there. Comes off. So, this part, not a big deal. It's just 2 springs. But I highly, highly recommend wearing gloves, because these are 100% like fiberglass. You don't want that in your hands. It's a 7/8 and 3/4 that is going to break these 2 apart. And once you have them loose, set this out of the way, pull this up, and that's your little feed line. On the back side of the turbo, there's going to be 5 half or 13mm bolts that hold the exhaust downpipe on. We're going to pull these first. Put them to the side. I pulled that. The exhaust is back here hanging. Now we have these bolts, which are 15mm. We got 4 of them. Usually you can take a wrench. Sometimes you gotta have one on the bottom side to break it loose. Sometimes you don't. Go right down here. That's for the oil feed line. And then we have a 10 or 12, maybe an 11, something that goes here. I don't remember exactly what it is. And that's all there is to pull the whole turbo off. So there's 2 10mm on the oil feed line. Best chance is to get a 10 millimeter in extension. Once you loosen it up with a ratchet and feed it from the bottom, it'll come out like that. The last thing to do is we're gonna pull this V-band or clamp off. And the turbos, as you can see, it's ready to come off. So when you take it off, this goes in between the manifold and the turbo. Make sure to pull that. Keep it.